To prevent worse things from happening. What kind of magic was that you saved us with?
That was the power of the moonlight. It is like fire to the sad fairies. It burns them.
What do you mean, sad fairies?
I felt that they once were just like me.
And now they are sad?
Sure. If fairies lose their command over magic, they don't die but get consumed by darkness instead. Then they're sad and will never be able to laugh again.
To me, they seemed like mean fiends who have Isida's blood on their hands.
They're sad nonetheless.
Czy to były smutne wróżki? A i nie wiedzieć. Raczej nimfy.
Your magic is fatal, even for you, isn't it? You almost got burned by it yourself.
I didn't want you to die.
Thank you, Nuri.
What are we going to do now?
Why do those mean fairies serve the seer?
You must have put a spell on them. And please stop talking about this subject. It's making me sad.
We need some gear before we can move on.
That's all right. I can do with a little
No,
rest.
chyba nie
Very
będę
well.
musiał sprzedać.
Let's carry on later. Sir Knight Rathling,
What is it, my boy?
why don't you buy this horse and carriage from us?
What use is Akani's trailer to me? But you can leave me your hack. What are you asking for it?
I'm not really sure.
Make up your mind about the price. Then I'll tell you mine.
Zobaczmy, co jest
Rondra be
dalej.
with...
And with you.
Podejrzewam, że jakbym nacisnął trudniejsze... O, jest kruk.
Raven, after being a good scout for us these last few days, Nuri has asked me to be nicer to you.
What do you think? Will you be able to do that?
I'll try. How about you?
We'll see.
We were able to escape the Seer's creatures and have come a long way. Fate might smile on us favourably. Now we're back in charge.
Well, well. Fate. What do you think that is? Fate.
The will of the gods.
And you think you can bend the will of the gods to fit your
Raczej
agenda?
nie.
No, but he who firmly believes in his goals will be helped by the gods.
I'm sure that's what Isida thought too.
She did nothing to deserve your sarcasm.
All I'm trying to say is, no one ever escapes from Satinav's boundless gaze.
Have you seen if those demons are still following us?
Didn't you shake them off?
I think I did. I could be wrong, though. They are mighty creatures of the Seer.
I didn't see anyone following us on my scouting flights.
Good.
But that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Don't start raining on my parade. Nuri thinks that the Seer's creatures were wicked fairies. How come he's got such a strong relation to fairies?
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Does he plan to make her a wicked fairy as well?
Possibly.
Tell me more about Satinav.
He's known by many names. The 13-Horned, the Irresistible, the helmsman of the Barge of Time. He once was a mighty magician, or even a demigod. The gods chained him to the Barge of Time because he tried to be the master over his own future.
They say the gods don't like people to determine their own fate.
Like Satinav, we mortals are chained to time.
In that case, I will have to break those chains.
No nie wiem, jakoś mi się ten kruk nie podoba.
I'll have a
Jego
further
oczy
look around.
są dziwne.
When will we move?
I don't have the slightest idea where this red lake is. Besides, without any proper gear, we won't last 2 days.
Co tu mam? A, no to...
The bell itself isn't missing. There's nothing broke. There are just some parts. This spell has its limits. Already broken. Not a single berry is falling, as always.
Dobra,
out of
zobaczę,
reach.
czy mogę coś wziąć z wozu. Wow. Nowy flakon.
Never again will the puppeteer tell this story, and that's my fault. Maybe I really am a bad luck charm. Nuri's Queen of the Winds has once again defeated the King of the Imps and his wicked brother.
Dobra, zobacz. Pałeczka. Wodze. Zaraz. Dzwoneczki. A diabli wiedzą, co się może nadać.
I'll just take it all.
I wieczko. Trzeba chyba zrobić prowizorkę.
Fits exactly.
No i teraz spróbujemy obkręcić.
Fire! Murder! The orcs are attacking! What are you lot still doing here? Scram before the black furs get here.
Seems like you've been fooled, Sir Dwarf. The boy has sounded the bell. There are no orcs attacking.
What? What's going on in your wooden head, boy? Sounds the alarm without good cause and forces an honest dwarf out of his warm and comfy chair. I can't believe it.
I just wanted to... You didn't answer the door, sir.
Well, forget it. But you can cut out the formal hogwash while we're at it. Who are you, anyway?
I am Geron of Andergast.
From Andergast? Just like this one there. Very well, then. My name is Gram, Grandoline's son. And this is Gram's open house.
Okay.
Open house? Pfft.
What do you want, Geron of Andergast?
Ale burowaty jak krasnolud.
We're looking for a wise man who is said to be in the blood barrier at the moment, near a red lake.
One of those weirdos, eh? I remember one of them coming through here. Wanted to buy all sorts of stuff from me. Lots of obscure rubbish.
Do you know exactly where I can find him?
Yes. I'll tell you if you can offer me something in exchange. You rub my back, I rub yours. Understand?
There you have it, my boy. The dwarf is a cutthroat.
Will you bugger off and take care of your swine?
We need gear and provisions for our journey. That means a good length of rope, blankets, water...
Very well. That'll be 1 ducat, please.
What? That's much too expensive.
By Fex and Angrosh, what did you expect? Do you think this stuff grows under the rocks around here? Too expensive? I can't believe it.
But...
You can ask again as soon as you have some money.
Alright, okay.
What kind of argument do you and the knight have anyway?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The knight says you poisoned his horse.
Why, that's what he did.
Shut your face, Rathling!
Bah!
So the knight is lying.
Listen, human. I don't think this is any of your business, so...
All right, all right. I'll sell you the horse and the trailer.
Nah, don't bother. I don't care much for hacks and what they drag around with them.
Okay.
Where is the fairy scholar, pray tell?
Do you have anything nice to offer me in exchange? In that case, I have no...
Okay.
I'll leave you to it then. An elixir against fading hair. Twirly moustache guy in the picture must have had a sip too much of it. An elixir. Twirly moustache guy in the picture must have had a sip too much of it. It isn't going to work. It doesn't work.
Zobaczmy.
A dark blue tincture. Looks unhealthy.
Spróbujemy wziąć.
Hey,
A?
keep your paws off my Jenner Creek Blue Shine beard dye. Do you think my beard gets groomed by air and darkness alone?
You'd better leave the stuff to this dandy boy. It's his most beloved possession.
Okej. No ale szybko coś mi idzie. Trochę pomyśleć.
Is it even possible to cut that?
Chyba tak.
Not even the tiniest... Not a bad pestle. I'm out of idea. No time. Not a bad...
Okej, chyba nie da się. No, spytajmy się rycerza. Ile da?
Sir Knight,
What is it, my...
I'll sell you the horse for 1 ducat.
Aha.
That old nag isn't worth more than half a ducat. And that would be the deal of your life, my boy. So do we have a deal?
No, we need 1 ducat.
Well, my offer still stands.
Dobrze.
I guess we'll have to move on without any gear, Nuri.
But I thought we couldn't go on without.
To venture into the blood barrier with insufficient means, that would be foolish.
But we don't have any money, and you refuse to give us enough for the horse.
Bah!
The knight is right. We can't proceed further into the wild with nothing in our bags. I guess we're stranded for now.
No problem. I like it here. What are those trees over there?
If you feel all right, my girl, everything is just fine. But I can't stand to see fair maidens suffer.
I guess you'll have to look the other way then.
If we don't move along soon, the dark creatures will catch up with us.
I didn't think they were very dark. They were mainly sad.
They killed Isidore, and they almost got us too.
I thought they were a little bit like me.
No, I'm sure they weren't.
Nie.
I wonder what your friends at home are doing at the moment.
Why?
Well, they're all alone now, and they surely miss you.
All alone? Miss Greenbelt. We have to go back and fetch them.
No, we can't go back
Oh.
now. Do you want to run directly into the creature's claws? We have to find the fairy scholar. He will help us, and then we can fetch Mrs. Greenbald and the rest.
Miss Greenbelt.
Don't you want to help Nuri, good Sir Knight Rathling?
Oh my.
What's wrong with her?
She's sad that we can't go on.
What can I do for you, Nuri?
Miss Greenbelt.
How can I help?
Kurde. Nie wiem właśnie co wybrać. No spróbujemy.
Please help us out with 1 ducat, good Sir Knight. Half a ducat for the horse and half a ducat to make Nuri smile again.
Nie.
I think you've got me, my boy. No gold in the world is spent in vain if it makes beauty smile again. Here you go.
I thank you, good knight.
So we can travel soon?
Yes,
And Miss Greenbelt won't have to wait much longer.
Yes, that's the spirit, my girl. Say, don't you want to stay with me after all?
not on your life.
No to już jest ciekawe. Wątpię, żeby się to mu przydało.
I can offer you this beard tonic.
Why, but it's transparent. A black beard needs a blue luster. And for that, I already have my Jenner Creek Blue Shine beard dye.
Nie sięgnie.
Too far away.
Ups!
What? No! By Angrosh and all the beard critters! My beautiful Jenna Creek Blueshine beard dye! Who did that?
Perhaps Angrosh himself has punished you for your vanity, Sir Dwarf.
What will my beard have to say to that?
Oj.
An elixir against fading. Twirly moustache guy in the picture. Smells like juniper berry. Do you see the flower box at the dwarf's house up there?
I see him.
There are womberries in there. Can you fly up there and get me some?
Do you need a healing remedy? Are you injured?
Nie, ale możesz pomóc.
No, but they are great for wounds. We should be prepared for all possibilities on our journey.
All right then.
No i też są dobre do zafarbowania.
Now all I have to do is squeeze the berries. How do I fill it? Good old Garatian Bluebeard dye.
Chyba, że to było puste.
Can you make use of this Garatian beard tonic? I'll give it to you for some information.
Let's see it. Garetian? I guess this will have to make do until I can get my hands on the real stuff again. So, what do you want to know?
Where exactly has the scholar gone?
He babbled something about a cave to the north of a big orc statue, near a red lake. He couldn't wait to get there. His imp had made a mess of my whole shop.
When did the fairy scholar pass through here?
That must have been a month ago. Wanted to stay the winter in the blood barrier. I called him crazy. All his imp had for me was a dirty laugh.
Okay.
How do we get to this cave?
First you travel north, through the Screech Owl forest, or better yet, past Bloodthorn Hollow. Oh, never mind. I'll show you on the map.
Lepiej.
What is an imp doing with a fairy scholar?
How the hell should I know? That was an unholy, uninhibited, nasty little imp. Ugly and mean. My shop still reeks of his foul mouth.
Why, thank you, Master Dwarf.
No i rzeczy. Mogę teraz zapłacić.
Here's the money for the gear.
Wonderful. Here's your stuff. It's exceptional quality. Good value, too.
I sure hope so, Dwarf.
I'll give you some advice for free. When you go into the blood barrier, you'd better not burden yourself with too much stuff. You'll feel every ounce in your bones up in the mountains.
Yes, I know that.
Dobra, możemy iść.
I'll leave you to it then.
Lepiej uciekać, zanim on to wypróbuje. Okaże się, że tam było coś jednak jeszcze.
Listen.
Dobra.
Let's carry on later.
Idziemy.
Come on, Nuri. Let's move on.
Come along, Raven.
Przeskakuję szybciej niż chcę.
The blood barrier. Most impassable of all mountain ranges. What in the name of all 12 gods had made the fairy scholar come here?
Oj, nie przychodźcie.
There wasn't a single danger that didn't lurk here.
Mówiłem.
Into what kind of barren land had he brought to Nuri?
On cały czas jest bossa? Nie zauważyłem tego.
The orcs called these mountains Gravish's Claws. And of all the black furs, the most horrible tribe called this its
I to nie jest
own.
bossem.
They took their captured prisoners to the caves of Orakar and hunted them to death. That's what was said of the bloodthirsty Zolochai. And the path led straight through
O,
their
jeszcze lepiej. Bomba.
Shh, Nuri. Come over here into the shadows. They can't see us here. That's a whole camp of orcs. If they find us, we're dead.
Raven!
Go on, report. And craw a little less loudly, if you will.
The Red Lake is behind this ridge, but the orcs are everywhere. They are here to perform a ritual. It will take days for them to finish it and leave.
No Red Lake, then?
Nonsense. We haven't journeyed through the blood barrier for days just to turn back now.
You want to save the fairy, yet you risk her death. I thought Nuri could trust you. But you're doing exactly what Gwynling asked you to.
Don't worry, Raven. Garen knows exactly what to do.
Chyba nie.
Don't you, Garen?
Of course I do. I'll get you to the fairy scholar in one piece. This can't be true. The orcs will rip us apart.
You'd better hurry.
To mamy krzemień i kubka, lina, kot, układ z wodą.
Is this a human skull? Oh, great. A pile of rubbish. This is madness. How will we ever make it through the camp?
Mnie się pytasz? Ta nie przyjdzie na pewno.
I never meant to rummage through the rubbish of some orcs. And to top it off, the effort didn't even yield anything.
Dobra, ale to dobrze miejsce, żeby zakończyć, więc komentujcie, oceniajcie i widzimy się w kolejnych odcinkach. Mam nadzieję, że orkowie mnie nie zabiją. Na razie.